Okay, so we're gonna start our project for today with the template that we're going to choose is going to be architectural in meters. So once we choose that, we can move Lauren, our model here, we can move her a little bit to the back so she won't be on our way. And then we're gonna start with a camera view of a top view. Okay, so we have the origin right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make the floor plan for the house is going to be 12 meters by 10 meters. So I'm going to draw a rectangle and then I'm going to type 12m, comma 10m for meters. I press enter and I have the floor plan for the house that I want to build today. All right, once I have that, I can orbit around. And what I'm going to do is I want to make it a 3-story house. So if each floor is 3 meters tall, and I'm going to make a cornice in between the floors of 10 centimeters. That's going to give me 9 meters and 30 centimeters. And then I want to make a foundation of about 20 centimeters. So that's 950. So 9.5 meters tall it's going to be. So I'm going to extrude up for 9.5 meters. And that's the building that I'm going to have. So remember that the first 20 centimeters is going to be for my foundation and, where the building is going to breathe. Down here it's going to breathe. So I'm going to, this is my front face, the main face. So I'm going to, just for now so I won't forget, I'm going to make, on the blue axis, a guideline of 20 centimeters. So I know that that's where my floor starts, and this down here is just a foundation. Okay, then I'm going to make another guideline that is going to be 3 meters. 3 meters. Okay, then I have 10 centimeters. Okay, hold on, something didn't go as planned, of course. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, this is what happened here. Instead of making this line parallel up here on the face of the wall, it became parallel outside of the wall. So that would cause us a lot of problems in the future. So I'm going to delete that guideline. And I'm going to make the new guideline starting from here up. Okay, hold on, that didn't work. I'm going to orbit around. Okay, so it's going to be from this guideline on the surface for 10 centimeters. Okay, let's see if that. Okay, I don't know. That seems to be working, right? All right. Okay, what I'm doing right now is I'm just making sure that the guidelines are on the face. They are not. Oh yes, they are. They are on the face of the building. If not, this is not going to work. If they're not on the face, this is not going to work. Okay, so I have my first floor planned already. And now I can start working. Let's do the top, since the top seems to be easier. In these cases seems to, okay, so notice how it's on the green axis, and that would be that it's projecting out. I want it on the face, so that would be on the blue axis. So that is when I let it go and I type 10 centimeters. Okay, so I have that, and I'm going to start right here. Okay, in order to make the decoration that I want to make on top of the building, in order to make that decoration, I'm going to need 10 centimeters divided by 3. So approximately it's going to be 3 centimeters, and then another 3 centimeters. Okay, once I have that divided, I can zoom into this corner, and what I'm going to do is with the pencil, well, I'm going to need more guidelines, I'm sorry guys. I'm going to make another guideline from here on the red axis for 3 centimeters. And 3 centimeters again. Okay, so now I can get the pencil. I'm going to make this line from here to here, then go up, go out, go up, go in, go up, and go back in. Okay, so I have that surface. I have that surface right there that I created. That's going to be the decoration on top of the building, the cornice. And I'm going to orbit a little bit so I can see it. I'm panning. Okay, so now comes the fun part. I need to select all 4 edges. All 4 edges, because I'm going to use the follow me tool. And that's going to be my path. So I'm selecting this line. I press and hold shift. I select the other edge. One more, and the last one. So now I have all 4 edges selected, right? Now I can take select my follow me tool, and I'm going to do this one as the path. And as you can see, now I have the cornice here, the decoration that decorates the top of the building. Okay, how was that? Was that easy, guys? Okay, with follow me tool, so now this should be on all sides of the house. Yep, see, it's on all sides of the house. Now I want to replicate that down here. To divide each floor, I wanted to have this cornice dividing each floor, so I can do it right here. That I already have the lines there and everything that I need. The only thing that I'm missing there is the 3 centimeters and 3 centimeters. So 3, 3, 6, and this one's going to be 4, which is okay for now. Okay, so I go out, up, out, up, in, up, in. Okay, so I have that now. So now I need to, in order to use the follow me tool, I need a path that I can follow. So there's different ways of doing that path, but the simple way for now that we already know is I have, this is our upper line. I'm going to make, using that guideline that is already there, to the endpoint, make a line there. I orbit and I start the line here. And make sure that you do it on the end point of the house, not here of the cornice that we're making, and the end point there. And it has to be on the green axis. So it's going to be, okay. Okay, this is on my way, guys. Let me erase that. Okay, I need to pan a little bit. Oops. Okay, let's do it again. So make sure that it's right there. On the face. Then I go to the other edge. So now I have that line. Let's make sure that it's correct. Yeah, you see it's inside there. And I made the line already. So now I have to continue that line. Oops. Okay, this zooming out is not helping me. Okay. So I'm going to continue that line now. In the back of the house, so I go from the end point of that. And now in what axis is it going to be? It's on the red one, right? So I'm going to go on the red and to the end, to the edge. Okay, so I can orbit again. And now I'm going to make that line again from here, and now it's going to be on what axis? Is it going to be on the red axis or on the green axis? It's going to be on the green axis, right? So I go all the way to the end point. And I have the path now. Okay, so now I need to select the path. So I'm going to select the chooser selection tool. I press shift and hold. I'm going to orbit a little bit. Selection tool. I haven't let go of the shift key. Don't let go of the shift key, because that's what's holding us here. Okay, press the shift key again. See, we still have it selected. And I'm going to select the choosing tool. And I have that. I let go of the shift key. I press the orbit tool. I press shift again. And I'm going to select this last line. And I'm going to orbit now, so I should have all 4 lines selected. So I zoom in a little bit so I can see the cornice that I want to make. And I'm going to press the follow me tool. And this is the surface that I want to follow in that path, right? So I click there and I made the cornice right there. Okay, how about that, guys? Okay, so now we're missing one here. So this is your first floor, second floor, and third floor. Okay, so the distance from the edge of this cornice to the edge of the next floor of the next cornice is going to be okay, let's do it from the edge. Here we go, guys. Here, very important. It's very important that you zoom in, because as you can see, I need the guideline from this edge, from on the face of the wall. But I could easily by mistake take this edge, and then my guideline is going to be outside of the wall. It's not going to be on the wall, or I could choose any of these. So very important that you choose this one. And then you go up. It's on the blue axis. So then I click and I type 3 meters. 3 meters. So now it's right there, and it's on the face. It's on the face of the wall of the house. So now I make 2 more. Okay, the first one is going to be 3 centimeters. So I type 3 centimeters. The second one, 3 centimeters again. And then the last one is going to be 4 centimeters. Okay. So now I can make the decoration here. I still have these 2 guidelines that I made from the top. I'm just going to reuse them. So I'm going to use the line. I go out, up, out, up, in, up, in. Okay, so now I have to do the same thing that I did down here, the lines here. So let's make the first one that I have already the guideline, right? Okay, so I have that guideline already. So I can take the pencil and from endpoint, you can zoom in while you're doing the line, that's okay. Too much. You can zoom in to make sure that you're where you need it. Right there on the intersection, right? So I have my line. Have the first line for the path. Okay, so let's do this one now, which should be easy. On what axis do we need it? On the green axis, right? Now guys, remember what's the width of this house? It's 10 meters, right? So we could, if it's easier for you, just start the line, make sure it's on the face on the green axis, click it there, and then type 10 meters. It should go right to the end, or you can draw it, pull it all the way to the end, whatever makes it easier for you. Okay, so now I'm going to do this one. So I go here on the end of that one, and it's on the red axis, so I make sure it's on the red axis and on the face, and I go to the edge, and I have that one. Or I could have typed 12 meters. Again, whatever makes it easier for you. So this one should be on the green axis to the end point, and perfect. You see, it lines up perfectly. Okay, so now I have the path. So I'm going to orbit a little bit. So I can select this line. I select this line. I press shift, select the next line. Oops, no. Not that. I need the line only, not the whole face. Okay, so now I orbit. I let go of shift. I orbit. I select. I press shift. Selection tool. And I select that line. So now I have 3 lines selected. And now I'm going to select the last line. Press shift. And I select this last line. So now I have my path selected, right? I think. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this works. So now I go over here where I drew the pattern that I need. Oops, too much. So I go follow me tool, and this is what I want it to be followed. So there we go. So we have the divisions, the cornices for each floor here on our building. So that's how you make the cornice with the follow me tool for every floor.